Hey there guys and gals, welcome to another My Two Cents. This one is a little bit weird for me because, okay, full disclosure, I got a key for this game a long time ago. And it's the first game I've ever had to sign a waiver for. And the waiver was like, alright guys, we're going to give you keys to the game so you can play it a bit. And you can make videos following such and such date when we feel like the game will be, complete enough and you'll have a good enough idea about it that the videos will be okay. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, I'll wait till that day comes. And I promptly forgot about it because that's just who I am as a person. That's just who I am as a person. So Dungeon Rushers, as you can see up here in the top left, this is the early access build. But by the time you guys see this video, the game will have been released. It should release the day before this video comes out. So, just so you know. The only weird thing I noticed with this game is some of the games I get from Keymailer, like that are in early access, something's wrong with their config files when you boot up for the first time, and like it messes with your screen. Like, I have a key for Super Bomb Rush and I cannot play the game because it's stuck at a resolution that is not visible on my secondary monitor. And this game, for some reason, it defaulted to my secondary monitor when I booted it up the first time, but you can fix that. In games like Super Bomb Rush, you can't fix that. So I'm glad that there are options available in Dungeon Rushers. That is very important. That is very, very, very important. Excuse me. So, if you're looking at the main menu, you can see the people in your party on the right. So far I've got 3 guys. And then you have all these options on the left. Now, one of the very important things about this game is when you boot it up the first time, you're not going to have any of these options except for campaign. And I thought at first that was because it's early access, but no, the developer did something amazing wherein you actually have to play the game. You have to understand how to play the game before your stuff is unlocked. And there are so many games nowadays that don't do that. And one of the things that I hate about gaming, I hate it, is that people who don't know how to play a game go into PvP first. When they have no idea how to play, they go into PvP first. And it's a terrible idea because, one, if it's a team game, you're not going to be a good teammate. Just thinking about other people first for once in your lives. You're not going to be a good teammate if you don't understand what you're doing. But on top of that, it's generally speaking, you play the campaign, the single player of a game, to learn how to play so you can go into multiplayer. So please people, do this. There's way too many people who do this in Battleborn and other games like that, where they just go straight into PvP and they have no idea what they're doing and they're useless. Don't do this. Don't do this. Play your games first before you go and get wrecked and get discouraged about a game or feel bad about yourselves or just get mad. Don't learn to play a game first, please. But moving on, this game, so you can see it's obviously a computer game. The interface may have been mobile to begin with because you don't use the keys at all. You might have, there's probably key bindings, but you could do everything with the mouse. You could play this whole game one-handed. This whole game you could play one-handed. It's also really funny, like when you go into a new stage and there's dialogue or there's just dialogue between the characters, it's funny, and that is important in a game like this. But what I want to show you is how the game works. So this is your basic, map sort of dealy. These are stages that you've done. And you'll see that there's rush and heroic mode, but we'll get into that a little later. Right now we're going to go rush because that's the first option. Now, personally, I'm not really a fan of dungeon crawlers, especially first-person dungeon crawlers or things like that, because I can't see my team. I hate when I can't see my team. It just makes me upset. But this game it works in, because on the map, you don't see your team. That's fine with me. When you're in combat, you see your team. I like that. I like having a visual cue as to where my team is because I like things to be visual. And this is basically how every map, every dungeon is going to work. You walk around, you explore the dungeon, and then things happen. Here's combat. The cool thing about this game is that before you get into combat with an enemy, you can see who you're going to be fighting. And you have a choice to use abilities if you want, but you don't necessarily have to. In addition to combat, there are also other things that will happen called events. Let's take these guys out quick so you can see what combat's like. Combat's it's honestly pretty simple. It is honestly pretty simple. So, you guys, poof. You poof. Everyone gets XP as long as they're alive. You get loot. Sometimes you get items. But yeah, there's combat and there's events. I'm gonna see if I can find you an event. Here's an event. So, events. You see a thing, your party comes and hangs out. My archer's on fire. Damn it. Anyway, when you hit inspect, even if it's like a supply drop, you don't always... Good things and bad things, 50% chance what's gonna happen. It could be good, it could be bad. We got a plus. That's excellent. A lot of the time, you end up getting negatives, and it's awful. Or, even if you get like a supply crate, sometimes people can just jump out and be like, hey, what up? And you'll be like, oh, no. There are also traps on some stages. And the cool thing about this game is that should you run into a trap, you have the option of what you want to do with it. Do you want to take the damage from the trap? Do you want to, maybe. If it's a magical-based trap, the bard can play a song that will disable it. If it's a mechanical trap, the rogue in your party, who's your character, Elion, can disable it. Or you can send in your dwarf, Thorgrim, to, punch it. He'll take the damage for it. He's a dwarf. That's his thing. He doesn't care. So, yeah, it's cool. We're probably gonna... I'll show you guys AP in a little while. So on the side here are your abilities. And depending on who's in your party, you have abilities that you can use. As you saw before, your characters have 3 different meters. You have your health on the top, you have your mana, and then you have your ability points. And you either use ability points at the beginning of battle or out here to give you different effects. And it's really, really important. So you have to make sure you know what you're doing. In addition to, regular dungeons like this one. We're just gonna leave. We already opened the treasure. As you can see here, there's bonus challenges, and I had opened them up before. Each regular dungeon has 3 bonus challenges. And when you beat a bonus challenge, you unlock heroic mode, which is basically the same thing, except you can't use potions, and there's this thing that happens wherein one enemy on the map is holding a key. You need at least 1 key to leave, and that enemy will change each time. It changes who's holding onto the key, so you have to find the key before you can leave. And then, in addition to regular dungeons, you have the manor. Now, the mansions. I'm a liar. I'm sorry. In addition to, being that there's multiple floors, so it's one dungeon, but it's got multiple things to do. The weird thing about the mansions is that there is no challenges in them, but also they're randomly generated as opposed to the dungeons, which will always be the same. The enemies in them, like who's holding the key in heroic mode, might be different, but for the most part, they're gonna stay the same. Get out of here, Archer. Ow. Oh, we're all gonna attack. Swing, critical. But this also means that you can come back and do things in them, which is kind of cool, because, they're going to be different each time. So should you want to, you can come in here and be like, oh, what up? This is cool. I've actually, I've made my rogue be better at arrows than, swords, so... Alright! So let's look at our abilities. Pathfinder is the rogue's ability. It lets him see 2 blocks away. Your dwarf is actually an accountant, so he can smell money. I mean, he's a dwarf, so he likes gold anyway, but you know what I mean. It's still pretty cool. Event! Let's see if something bad happens. Found loot! Cool. It's kind of unusual, I'm not gonna lie. Why don't we use an ability just so you can see what they do? Realization rooms up to range of 2 squares. So here's a trap. It's a magical trap! No! But I can play a song, disable the trap. There's a lot of monsters in here. I can also play another song. I have 60% chance to put people to sleep, which is awesome. Oh, everyone's asleep. Perfect. Oh. I have to use potion on him. It's gonna have to happen. I'm gonna assume he's not gonna wake up, but he can't see us anyway, so it doesn't matter. Go to sleep, everybody. Boom. Bang. I'm gonna use Thorgrim's passive, or not his passive, his ability, so we can figure out where the room is. Ooh, it just found me stuff. Cool, life regeneration is excellent. Moving on down the list. Can't see because there's stuff in the way. But yeah, the monster screen helps you plan a strategy, and that is actually pretty impressive for a game like this. Very, very impressive. Now, as you saw in that battle, Thorgrim could hit the skeleton warlock on the top row, but he couldn't hit the one on the bottom. So you do need line of sight. So how you set up your team is actually very important in this game. I'm going to use it again. Ooh. This dungeon is legitimately pretty big. Oh! Not now. I'm going to go up here. Get this. Even if it's bad, doesn't matter. Oh no, I've got weakness. Makes me weaker. Makes sense. It's weakness. That's what it is. But we're leaving. So each dungeon you're in, you can only loot once. So if you loot it, you get your treasure and your stuff, whatever. You can't open the treasure a second time if you come back. Just so you know. And as you saw, you don't actually have to leave once you find the exit. You can step on it and be like, no, there's still a challenge or something I want to do. So you complete those 3 challenges, like I said before, and you end up unlocking a heroic mode mission, like this. So we're going to do a heroic mode right now. You guys can see what that's like. I got to find a dude who is holding onto a key. Found him right away. That doesn't usually happen. But thank you for the sake of this video. That helps a lot. That helps a lot. Also, all the monsters are slightly stronger. No. Ow. Ow. Leave my rogue alone. He did nothing to you. That's a lot of crits for you, buddy. Cool, got another iron sword. I'll be selling that later. Remember, when you're in here, you gotta find the guard. You can't use potions. Ooh. Magical trap. Bye. Give it that cool ass loot solo. Not that one. Ooh. I don't have enough for another one. Oh no. That is a lot of dudes. And you can always leave a dungeon should you want to. You can always leave. You can actually poison skeletons. So that's kind of nice. Because, you know, usually in games like this, you can't do stuff like that. I'm getting a lot of bones. I bet this game has a bone to pick with me. No, get out of my way. Loot and leave. We are good to go. Cool. So yeah, that was a heroic mode dungeon, and that's the first one I've done in a while. You can actually tell what color flag is on top of a building will tell you what you've completed. If you see the gems, if you see a flag, a blue flag, that means you've beaten it on Rush, but you did not complete the challenges. If you see the 3 gems on top, like you do on everything except for this one, it means you've completed the 3 challenges. And if you beat it on heroic mode, you get a yellow flag on top. Cool thing about the campaign is that you get party members real quick. Like I'm only on the 8th dungeon. I've done the first mansion a couple times, obviously, as you saw. But the party members join quickly. It's not like you're waiting a really long time to get new party members, which is important because there's a lot of stuff you got to worry about in this game. If you're in a dungeon and you level up, because naturally you can level up. Everyone has their own inventory. You can choose a on-hand and off-hand weapon, or you can just choose a 2-handed weapon. You don't heal when you level up, unlike a lot of RPGs when you're in a dungeon, but what you do get is talent points. And each character has their own talent tree, and it can give you some pretty cool stuff, actually. And then in addition, each character has 3 fighting skills, which are your 3 attacks, and then they have 3 abilities. I don't know what level you get your what you get your passive at, to be honest, but it would be very helpful. It could be in your talent tree. It might be in your talent tree. Yep, it's part of your talent tree. So I'm probably going to go for that after I get burning shots, because burning shots are going to be super important, and I'd love to have more damage. You get 2 talent points per level, so I don't know if you noticed. A lot of the things cost 2, but some of them cost 1. You get 2 per level instead of 1, which is a little weird. Usually you get 1 per level and you gotta save up, but you always get 2 here, which is very nice, which means probably about like level 10, you're gonna be at the end of one of your trees, at least. At least. You also, oddly enough, get XP for putting a new item on a character. That's a little weird to me. It has to be a new item. Sorry. No, I don't want to count this book. It has to be a new item, but you do get XP for it. I've never seen that in an RPG. Like, you put something new on a character and then all of a sudden they're stronger. I'm like, okay. I mean, yeah, they're stronger stat-wise usually, but I don't know. It's weird to me, but it does help because you need to level up in this game. And then, speaking of that, look at these stats. The only one that's really not self-explanatory is parry. In this game, parry doesn't mean you'll attack back. It doesn't mean you'll stop the enemy from attacking. It means that you will take 50% damage. So you saw that my rogue was doing crits before. They were yellow. If a parry occurs, the damage will appear gray. And when you unlock the shop, you can come here at any time. And the shop will actually... I'm going to sell these swords because I don't need them. The shop, I think, restocks every 60 seconds. So, very important is buy a lot of potions because you're going to need them. You're going to need them. But one of the strange and important parts of the shop by far is the gambling mechanic. And you might be like, alright, so you give her money, what happens? Really nothing happens, but you throw money at this lady, and then she gives you an item. Cool, we got dwarf beer. Like, you give her money, and then, shoop, she throws an item back at you. There's no interface or anything, which I find a little weird, to be honest. One of the really cool things about this is that after your dwarf makes a joke about you being racist because you assume that he can craft things, spoiler alert, he can because he's a dwarf. Heh. You unlock the crafting system. And the crafting system in this game is actually really, really cool because whatever you make doesn't cost money. And I've never, ever seen a crafting system that didn't cost money in addition to resources. So, kudos to these guys because they know what's up. You need to save your money. And depending on what you're making, weapons, bows, armor, boots, items, potions, you have different kinds of crafting, so you can level up each of them separately. The other really cool thing about this game, the thing that will probably draw in a lot of you, is that there's a dungeon editor. And the dungeon editor is the most simple thing ever. Oh, cool! There's a bunch of stuff that they just added. Cool. We're just gonna open up the one that I've worked on before. The dungeon editor is so simple, and when you make a dungeon, it automatically goes onto the Steam Workshop. So this is the only dungeon I have right now, and I'm going to show you exactly how this works. It's so incredibly simple that it's amazing. So you start on your blocks. These are all blocks that you could make into it, and you just go boop, 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 and bam, you've made a tunnel. You've made something. And now when you want to fix it, you click in there, and you can choose, do I want to put monsters here? No. Do I want to put traps here? Maybe. Do I want to put a key here? And in addition to that, you can also put signs that say stuff, which is awesome. So you can lead people, you can tell a story on it. You can also choose what kind of room you want it to be. Or you can do, this is where your characters talk. So you could run basically your own campaigns, should you want to. And then there are switches and teleporters as well. This is the most simple dungeon editor I have ever seen in my entire life, and it's amazing. You shall not pass. And bam, now there's a sign there. And the cool thing is, you get to test it as well. You don't get any XP for testing your own dungeon, though, unfortunately. Because we all know that's what people would do. You shall not pass! And on top of that, being real cool and all that, is that the moment you finish building your dungeon, it's pretty much automatically uploaded to the Steam Workshop. Bam! Instant. Infinite playability. And the cool thing is that in addition to it being uploaded there, you can go into the arena, and in the arena, you play other people's dungeons. Yeah, okay, I don't care. You play other people's dungeons. And they get money for you playing them. So I hear. No one's tried to play my dungeon. And you can also, level up and do cool stuff like that. Now, what I'm going to do now is something that I hope I'll get on film, because this has been incredibly difficult. Oh, I actually needed one of these. I needed another saddle, did I? Hold on, sorry, gotta go to crafting first. Because I know that I needed another saddle for something. I don't know what. I needed a saddle. What did I need a saddle? Boots. Build it. I'm assuming you get more items based on what level you are. Who doesn't have boots? You don't have boots. Now you do, buddy. So I bought a whole bunch of potions. It might be longer than 60 seconds. I'm sorry. But I'm going to try beating Dungeon 8. Dungeon 8, for some reason, this dungeon, if you count the first mansion as being part of it, technically it's Dungeon 7, because it's just 7 mansions in a row. I could not beat it for the life of me. And I think part of that is because when I grew up playing games, you didn't use your potions. You saved them for a rainy day. Okay? You saved them for a rainy day, and that rainy day never came. I was gonna say, I know there's monsters somewhere. But what you should be doing, definitely, is using all the potions that you can, because you're gonna need them. It's gonna happen. This game is hard. If you don't want to use items, you will get screwed. Lucky crit, baby! Bam! Bam! So they're crossbowmen, they'll either hit anybody, so I gotta take them out quick. Now, as you notice when you're in battle, the attacks that you do cost mana if they're special, but they don't cost ability points. So ability points are basically just for traversal and the like. I hate these guys. I hate them. The Necromancer and the Warlock can both heal each other, and they can revive as well, which sucks. Ow, he also reflects damage, and I always forget that. I don't have line of sight. The guy on the bottom, remember that. That's important. Hoping that I'll silence him. Didn't work. I silenced the one guy who doesn't do damage. Take him out first. He wasted his turn healing. Perfect. Take him out. Let me just kill this guy. Okay. A bit stronger than I expected. Good job, guys. And now, I'm not gonna do a stupid thing. And I'm gonna heal everybody because, yeah, they're gonna need it. We gonna get wrecked if we don't do it. We gonna get wrecked. Gulp. Perfect. I don't care. I'm gonna use all the potions I can because this map has been so difficult for me. Oh well, I guess I gotta use a small mana potion. Oh, good job on that crit, buddy. Yeah. Let's see if I can poison him. Yes! Take the poison! Should be able to kill him with the poison. Oh, no, we get another turn? Perfect. Damn. Oh, if I'm lucky, he'll get stunned. He did not get stunned. Good job, guys. I'm gonna keep using potions because I refuse to die here. I refuse! Gulp. Flip the switch. Which let me out. Unseats the trap. Later. Use. Oh, can't do it through walls. Okay. Unseats a trap. Dispels a magic trap. Nothing. I'm just trying to explore the whole thing so I can get on. Barrel of the fire, similar. Oh. Ooh. Oh my god. Nope, we're gonna use your stamina potion. And you're gonna put all these dudes to sleep because there's a lot of them. Holy crap. We're probably gonna lose this battle. Down. Oh, shit. We'll hurt them, that way they can waste their time. Guys in the back can't attack. Oh, he reflected the damage. Damn it. Again. I hate that he can reflect damage. That sucks. He reflected just a little bit of damage. I have enough damage, correct? Take you out. He's double silenced. Cool. You wasted your time there. Bam. Ow. Boop. Good job, guys. Everyone survived. Like, this map is so hard, and I don't know why. Drink the potion. See how my XP went up? That's very strange to me. Ooh, not now. I want to do the challenges. I really, really do. No trap triggered. All monsters slain. Well, we can't possibly fight any more monsters than we've already fought, so... Cool. Actually, what does Dwarf Beer do? Remove negative effect. Dwarf Beer. Ooh. You know what? Drink it. I definitely expected bad guys to come out of that, I'm not gonna lie. Wow, that is really, really, really good loot. I got one more of these. Let me use it. I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna go like this. Use. Let's see if we can do this. Doesn't have any mana. Shoot. Gave him the poison. Sweet. Ow. Ow. Well, you're gonna drink some dwarf beer. That's the truth. You're definitely gonna drink some dwarf beer. Stun did not work. All monsters slain. Thing to inspect. Here we go. Cool. I don't think I have any hops. About to make some beer. Some beer. No, you missed. You silly. I'm trying to click down here. We're good. We're leaving. We did it, guys. I had to use up a ton of potions, but we did it. Loot and leave. Heroic challenge unlocked. And we got some good gold and a lot of loot. A lot of loot. So yeah, that was, you know, a pretty good crash course in Dungeon Rushers. So if this looks like it's your kind of game, and if you want to make some dungeons and really screw some other players over, go for it. It'll have released yesterday by the time you see this video. So go on Steam and help them out, man. It's gonna be a good time. And until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye.